Hey guys, Matt here, FragranceMatt. Welcome to this new video on my channel. I hope you're all doing very well today. Now in this video I'm going to be talking about a Zara fragrance, and this is one of many Zara fragrance videos that I've done. And this is for one called Leather Jardin. Now this comes from one of Zara's exclusive lines. This is actually from Zara exclusive number 4. This is the third fragrance that I own in partnership with Jo Malone. So there's this one. I also own Magnificently Dubai and Ebony Wood. So yeah, they were all created by Jo Malone. This one was also created by Jo Malone. And every time you buy a fragrance from Zara that's made by Jo Malone, they'll come in these fancy boxes. This is the first box I've come across that's actually orange. I believe certain fragrances now actually coming in different color boxes. This one's orange. We have the fragrance that sits in here like this. So we have Leather Jardin right here. And we also get this piece of card which explains, well, it doesn't really explain anything. It just has a description on it. With nothing but Leather Jardin on the front, and we have some writing on the back here. So it says, from blue sky sunrise to amber desert sunset, every second full of the heritage of precious scents and its luxurious presence. And we also get the Jo Malone signature on the bottom there. So, but here we get the bottle design, guys. So we get I believe this is yeah, it's a 90 ml bottle. A lot of people think that these are 100 mils, but no, this is a 90 ml eau de parfum. We get a gold atomizer. The juice is also golden. We get Leather Jardin, eau de parfum, Zara exclusive number 4, all written on the front of the bottle there. And we just get some usual information on the bottom here that this fragrance is made in Spain, 85% volume, all that usual stuff. So the reason why I got this fragrance is because this particular fragrance has been getting a lot of hype recently, particularly on YouTube. I remember when I first purchased Ebony Wood a few years ago, I remember never looking back, basically. It's one of my favorite Zara fragrances. But what I love about Zara is they are releasing so many different types of fragrances. You know, it's not just, they're not all clones. You know, some of them smell exceptional. Some of them smell so original that you literally haven't smelt them anywhere else before. However, this fragrance right here is very interesting, to say the least. Because this fragrance definitely pays a homage to those 1980s, maybe even those 1970s leather chypres. So, you know, I'm just going to say, you know, I've seen so many reviews for this and they give it nothing but praise. So I bought this online. I got it from the Zara website. I paid $25 for this, but $3.99 delivery charge. So I've had this on my skin for most of the day. And it's still going really strong. But I'm going to respray it and we'll talk a little bit about the scent. So this is a unisex fragrance. And I must say, I absolutely love this. So when it comes to Leather Jardin, I think you will be very surprised because this fragrance does smell a lot like, it smells like particularly two fragrances which I own in my collection. I've owned them for years now and I love them both so much. And the fragrances that I'm talking about here, guys, are Cabochard by Grez, and Aramis, which, you know, we all know, we both know these fragrances very well. You know, two notorious 1960s um, releases. Both were designed by Bernard Chant, fantastic perfumer. And these two particular fragrances, of course, this one is for women, this one is for men. They smell relatively similar in the fact that they both feature leather. Leather Jardin, crafted by Jo Malone, is definitely a homage to these two fragrances. But what I like about Leather Jardin is it literally only features three notes. We get an opening of grapefruit, so we get this zesty quality, which honestly reminds me of a very classic citrus aromatic, in the same vein as Armani Eau Pour Homme, Capucci Pour Homme, maybe even a bit of Boucheron Pour Homme as well. But they were all DNAs that stemmed from yesteryear. This was released last year, maybe even this year. And this thing is stunning. This fragrance right here is stunning because what I'm getting is a real classic fragrance. I'm getting a classic leathery fragrance, which I can imagine smelling on both men and women. It has a real mature vibe about it, but at the same time, it smells incredible. Just incredible. It smells like, you know, I have a lot of vintages in my collection, you know, like this Cabochard. This is a vintage bottle. This Aramis. They're as true as vintage formulations are going to get. And compared to this is definitely up there with the likes of these fragrances. This is just incredible. So it opens up with, again, that citrusy grapefruit. It isn't tart. It is almost quite lemon-like, but it gives you enough freshness to the point where you're not just getting this rugged leather fragrance. Once the grapefruit has died down a little bit, you start getting a slight rose, and the rose is the middle. And what you get with this rose is a very dank rose, almost like a dirty rose kind of smell. Like if you imagine like a rose that's dying in like a vase, that's the kind of smell I get from this. And in the dry down, what you get is you get that rugged leather. The leather in this isn't like Tom Ford's ombre leather. It isn't like a fresh take on the leather. It isn't like a true leather. What this smells like to me is a rugged leather jacket with the smell of what I can imagine cigarettes. And Wafts from the Loft said the same thing. And the reason I'm mentioning it in my video is because I couldn't agree anymore with what those two gentlemen were saying about Leather Jardin. The fact that this almost has this cigarette kind of smell, and I'm not saying it's even like a tobacco note, because it isn't. There is a smoky quality to this fragrance, and I don't know what's causing it. Maybe the leather might be doing something. Who knows? But according to Fragrantica, the three notes in this fragrance are what creates this. But I do think there is a lot more going on here than what Fragrantica says there is. I would say there was some woods in here, maybe some slight florals, but, you know, they definitely got it right about the leather. There's no doubt about that. And the rose. There's definitely a rose in here with a slight citrus opening. But there's definitely a lot more going on in this than just three notes. There really is. It's a stunning, stunning fragrance. So if you're somebody who is, you know, if you're into a lot of newer releases, if you like modern smells, I would probably stay away from Leather Jardin, because this is sort of going down the route of what fragrances used to be like, especially like in the 1970s. This does create that, you know, that old-fashioned dated smell, but it's not a heady smell. You know how those perfumes for women in the 1970s had that real heady quality to them? This doesn't have that. This still smells like a relatively fresh new fragrance, but the inspiration behind the scent itself is certainly deeper. It certainly goes way back to the 70s, 80s, maybe in the 60s as well. Just a beautiful fragrance by Zara and Jo Malone. I think it's a really brave release for Zara and for even Jo Malone herself to create a fragrance that, you know, not everybody is going to appreciate these days. Once over, this fragrance would have been amazing. I mean, hence why Cabochard by Grez is a very famous fragrance. And of course, Aramis is famous as well. You know, this DNA, it's not like it's gone without being ignored. It's been loved, but once over, it's not quite appreciated now. So you might not really want to check this fragrance out. But if you are into the classics and you love those, you know, real 80s, just classic fragrances, then you will absolutely love Leather Jardin. It's amazing stuff. I love it. Absolutely love it. The presentation, the smell, the bottle, the way it sprays, everything just is really quality. And I'm really impressed with Zara. You know, I'm really impressed with the fact that they've been able to team up with many, many amazing perfumers. So yeah, I'm really happy to have this fragrance in my collection. I hope you all are doing very well. That is going to be the end of the review. Thank you all so much for watching. And before the video ends, I do have an announcement to make. So let's roll the credits, and I'll see you all at the end of this video. Keep smelling good, and bye-bye for now. Hey guys, Matt here. So I've just got a quick video to make here. In my live stream, I actually mentioned that I had a bit of an announcement to make. That announcement is, guys, that me and Stacey are going to be parents. We've known for a while. In fact, we've known for months now. Little Bubs is in there. We've picked a name out and everything. Baby Melody. Hopefully she'll be a July baby. We will see. But yeah, guys, just thought I'd make this little announcement to let you all know. See you all in the next video.